We're here back in the Fantasy Bar talking some baseball. Huge slate of games here on Friday night, and we are going happy hour. What does that mean? We are slashing prices, finding value, finding some of my favorite home run spots. We're going to give you not one stack, but two of my favorite stacks tonight. My favorite starting pitcher in an amazing strikeout matchup, and of course, my favorite bat on the entire slate. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys. Kicking off the weekend here with the Friday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out today's video. Before we get into the plays for today, do me a favor, take a second, click that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you have not already. And what other bar in the world is going happy hour on a Friday? None besides this one. What does that mean? Every single bat on FanDuel, 3,500 or below. Every single bat on DraftKings under 5,000, making life easy for you here on your Friday night builds. All right, hit that thumbs up button and let's jump in to our first play of the day. And we're talking major positional flexibility here on FanDuel, available at almost every single position. We are talking Josh Smith of the Rangers. So never thought I'd see a guy that's eligible at every single position, but that's what you get over on FanDuel. Even on DraftKings, have the rare first base, shortstop positional eligibility here, but I really love this spot for Smith and this Texas offense. Smith leading the team with a .416 WOBA this season against right-handed pitching and only 11% strikeout rates. Should have opportunity to get many balls in play here against Lance McCullers, returning from a serious injury. Saw him get lit up in his last start here. Smith, again, put him anywhere you want. Love the spot here and great prices for Josh Smith. All right, let's stay there with the Rangers. Going to give you a controversial one here at first base with Jock Peterson. So this one not a play for everybody. Obviously, first thing, we got to make sure he's in that starting lineup. I would expect him in there against McCullers, but definitely a high risk, high reward play here. But as we mentioned, I love the spot for the Rangers here, and this is going to help us alleviate some salary concerns, open some things up. Now the surface numbers, not great for Jock Peterson against righties this season, as we'd expect. Numbers are way down. But look at the hard contact rate, above 60%. And look at his batting average on balls in play against righties, sitting at just 162. What does that mean? He's hitting the ball hard and been very unlucky. So I think better days certainly coming for Jock Peterson. I think it could start as early as today. And we only have to go back to last season to see a near 400 WOBA against righties and an ISO above 250 here. So again, not a play for everybody, but a cheap play with power upside in a good matchup against Lance McCullers. All right, starting pitcher up next. Lots of great options on the slate. My favorite, Cole Reagan of the Royals. So I think all those options are going to help us out. It's going to spread the ownership out here. Nobody's going to be out of control owned, but my favorite matchup here is Cole Reagan for tonight. Look at the strikeout rate this season against right-handed hitters, and we saw this last year as well. Strikeout rate higher against righties this year, all the way up at 43.5%. And when we take a look at this projected St. Louis starting lineup, looking like 7 potential right-handed bats in that lineup. 6 of those 7 bats striking out at least 20%, 3 of them above 28%, and a couple into the 30s here. So major strikeout upside here for Cole Reagan. One of my favorite bets of the day is his over on his strikeouts, and my favorite DFS pitcher here, Cole Reagan, against this right-handed heavy St. Louis lineup. All right, back to the bats and the value at third base with Max Muncy of the Dodgers. So very slow start here to the season. All that's done, driven down the prices, driven away the attention, and this bat may be starting to heat up here for Max Muncy. Last 2 games, a couple home runs and 7 RBI for him here. And this gets us into that Dodgers lineup at a cheap price point. 379 WOBA last season against righties, 261 the ISO. So another guy that started slow, but a long history of hitting right-handed pitchers well. Now Kachanowicz, 388 WOBA allowed to lefties, 220 ISO, hard contact rate of 57%, and a 33% fly ball rate to lefties. So a great recipe for some power here. Let's keep buying low here on Max Muncy. All right, to the outfield next with Riley Green of the Tigers. Kind of the theme of the show here, bats that have been slow with a history of hitting righties well that are starting to wake up here. Green fits in that category as well. Last 3 games, 6 hits and 5 RBI for him here. And even after that slow start, ranks second on this team with a 395 WOBA and leads this Detroit team with a 278 ISO against right-handed pitching this season. So pretty good numbers here for a guy that started off so slow. Now, Bowden Francis, definitely somebody I want to attack, especially with left-handed hitters. 370 WOBA allowed. And look at that ISO, 316 on the season two left-handed hitters, Riley Green in a great power spot here tonight against Bowden Francis. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Friday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy to play. We've made this super simple. You click that thumbs up button, you head to the comment section, and you guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter. It's called the Beast of the Night contest, but it does not have to be the Beast. Whichever one of the five has the most fantasy points, and your guess is the closest, just with that number. Don't even have to guess who it is. We're going to give you a free week of RotoGrinders Premium for winning that contest. All right, let's wrap it up. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play here for Friday night. You know, Matt's the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to give you my second stack here of the night. We're going to stay right there with the Detroit Tigers and roll with outfielder Carrie Carpenter, tonight's Beast of the Night. So we mentioned Francis's struggles here. This is my favorite power spot on this slate tonight with Carrie Carpenter. Been swinging a great bat this season, especially of late. 3 multi-hit games from over the last 5. And look at the numbers. Not only this season, we're going to go all the way back to last season against right-handed pitching. And he leads this team with a WOBA at 413 and an ISO at near 300 against righties. So a ton of power in this bat. And you talk about a power recipe here. Francis, near 74% hard contact to left-handed hitters, 35% fly ball rate, 15% barrel rate. And that is all with a batting average on balls in play at just 211. So been lucky. These numbers could be even worse for Bowden Francis. Has already given up 9 home runs, 2 left-handed hitters, and we're barely 6 weeks into the season here. Great spot here for Carrie Carpenter. I think he sends one into the seats, potentially 2. Love that bet as well at plus 1,900 on 2 home runs for Carrie Carpenter, but easily my favorite bet on this entire slate and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it here for our Friday night 6-pack. As always, any comments, questions, feedback, you know where to find me. Hit me up in that YouTube comment section or over on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Get your guess in. My highest scoring hitter of the 5 bats I gave you, their fantasy points on DraftKings. Your guess is the closest. You walk away with a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck tonight. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on rotogrinders.com/videos.